So, hello and welcome to Attachment Studios. This is Attachment Aditya, and we're currently viewing Attachment Studios again. And now I will. This is the third dialogue of the box, and I guess I will be making something new. And this is Code Writer, I guess. So over here, let's check. So we have the player, main, and jumping platformer. So I guess we need to go to jumping platformer first and fix the problem of okay, we need to fix the problem of uh, actually jumping multiple times and getting out of screen, and to stop that glitch that occurs. So I think I should do something like limit the player to jump uh, very much. So let's go ahead and let's write something like in function jump. So we will be making some conditions, I guess. So over here, what I will do is that if uh, gravity is lesser than 0, and that means 0 will not be counted, so that's a good sign. So when this is lesser than 0, then what we'll do is that uh, let's do it like go ahead and write then uh, just like return nothing else. Well, this return will do something like it will do give no outputs, and let's end this. Well, because it's obvious because that this is the same command, so I will let it use every time. And what we can do is that instead of return, we can just do like gravity is equals to gravity as well. So that's what it as well. But I guess gravity will be something like, yes, we need to do something like opposite, because I don't want that when the play is going up, or let's go ahead for is equals to 0 only. So in that case, only there will be a jump, uh, else not. Well, that must fix the problem, because I guess it is that we cannot jump even in the while jumping or after jumping, so it is. And now I have written return over here so that it will just simply else do nothing. It is not even necessary to write this, but still in case something. So I'm doing something like this. So it's saved now. Now we have a better jumping function, and I guess we also need to make some triangles for the enemies. Yeah. Ah. So hello. Now again, I guess I have recorded this part differently. So yeah, I will be editing this video as usual. So this time we will be making some enemies now, and enemies. I guess for enemies we need a table, and I guess this will be in jumping platformer only, because I might be making a set of games for this mini games type or something for this, but still, still. Let's actually go ahead and write something like, huh? So over here, let's write a new table, enemies, right over here. So enemies is a table now, just now, and I guess I need to do something for the enemies now because making enemies is very hard. So let's go ahead and I have no clue to what to do. So let's just write some code. Function enemy spawn, and then over here let's actually end that first and then go ahead and write something. So for enemy spawn we need to do something like hmm, I don't know. So I guess I need to check what we can do. So let's just hope, I guess. So enemy spawn might be something like table dot insert. So table dot insert is a command that allows you to insert things like things or anything actually in the table like variables, actually not variables but still like data. Yeah, data. So first of all we need to write table dot insert. In brackets we need to write the table name. We know that it is enemies, I guess. Okay, and after that what this is the data. So that's the data. uh, uh, Now that's the data. Well, if you want that any comments will be in the same line, and then you will be able to um uh, no, I didn't want that. uh, Wanted to something like this only. Well, that doesn't matter now. The thing that matters is that we want the able for we need to think for the data, and I guess I need to think for the data. I guess it will be, what should it be? um I guess the locations, because it is actually obvious. Let's go ahead and add locations. Actually I need a minute to see what's actually going on. So let's break this part. Yeah, I will re-record again to see what's actually I'm doing, what I'm actually doing. So just a minute. So I have thought to make two tables, or maybe not two. I can anytime delete this table if I want. So it's not a big deal. So what I've done next is that made another for drawing enemies and just set it to the value of the screen size, the window size. This aim is for Windows, I guess, but I will make sure that it will work in Android as well, because though the first version will be Windows, and still I will make sure there will be Android supported for the same, and I hope that must work. So for now, I have written something like for enemy draw for uh, for K comma v in pairs and bracket the table name. So what this will do is that just go for the values of K and V. K is the serial ID, I guess, or the ID, or the slot number, or the item number, or whatever you call that in the tables. So I guess so. The table name, enemies. So the enemy positions, actually, I guess we don't need that anymore. So we can simply cut that for now. And we also need to do something like do. So I will write en, that doesn't mean English, but enemy number. Let's go ahead and write enum. Okay, enemy num. I don't have any choice, so that's enemy number and its position. I guess position, yeah, for sure, position. So we will do something like yeah, that's the word. We have don't know what to do, and it's it seems like we don't have much idea, but I guess because we are doing something different and new, and I'm also trying that first time as well. So let's just go ahead. Um, mhm. Okay, we can do something like uh, love dot graphics dot line. I guess I will make the enemies triangle, because you must have seen the thumbnail of the last two, and maybe this similar to this one, and that is triangles. Well, the thumbnail looks cool, but still we haven't proceeded till gameplay, I guess, much. So let's go ahead and write the positions. So this is the X location basically, because we know Y is fixed. Yeah, yeah, because why not? So we'll go ahead and write uh, enemies, and then I meant K. Wait. Uh, enemy num, because actually we don't need this, but still we need to consider it. And I guess ever if we need to, then it's okay. So it will actually do like draw for this only one thing. So one at a time, it will check. So now what we can do is that do something like its Y location, that is ground height. So I am making it variable dependent and constant independent. So better, because it's easier and better. Let's go ahead and write something like uh, enemy, and then plus wait uh, I guess 25. What is our player size? I need to check. Okay, it is 20. So I guess half of 20, 10. So let's go ahead and say it like I forgot. Okay, enemy position or enemy num plus uh, 10 comma, because the player was 10 in 20 in height as well. So we will also make these 20, I guess. Let's go ahead and we will check. I will check and correct if any errors, because before the test certificate 0.3 I want to just make this perfect. I will make a log as well for the game. So let's go ahead, but for now let's go ahead and write plus 20, and then we will repeat the process. This time enemies, enemy num, enemy num, and plus 20 comma ground height, and hopefully this will make a triangle if I'm correct. So now this is actually good enough, but still. Now next task to despawn enemy function enemy despawn. So what we will do is like for uh, k comma v, or let's go and write enemy num only, because why not, enemy num comma position. This time we are focusing, we will need position, I guess. So let's go ahead and try. There's enemies do uh, if position uh, lesser than -20, do uh, table dot remove, and something like enemy num. Uh, oh wait. I forgot. That's something like enemies table first. We need to write the table, then the value, the item number. So it will work. So this will be important one. So because I don't know what I am doing, so I can't guarantee. So for now, we will set that to something like 50. Yeah, 50, because I want to test it if this works. Else it will eat all of my memory. That will, I guess, not ever happen. I guess I need to I will, in that case, I will reinstall the love, delete all the files, and yeah, that's very hard. So I'm just hoping that these will despawn as well. So let's make another function enemy update, and this will be something like every time we will uh, be spawning, if there will be some spawn, if anyone spawned, if any enemy spawned, then we will not immediately despawn it, but still we will make sure that it despawns correctly. And another thing is that we need to do something for the positions, and yeah, so we also need to do something like uh, replace the change the enemy location. I forgot about that. So for that we will write another function. I'm just extending it. Keep on extending it. I guess it will take hour to release this video for some reason. So let's go ahead and name that enemy move, and for enemy move I mean something like hmm, no idea. Okay, so I get it that I guess we need to the I guess we need to replace each and every thing in the enemy table. So that should not be a hard work. So let's go ahead for the next type of loop, that is we know that the how many times to repeat. So for I is equals to 1 comma uh, hashtag uh, enemies slash as hashtag enemies, I guess. So what this is that this is the total number of items in the enemies table, and we just lost it. Where is it? Okay, here. So now this will repeat it this many times, the value of this, that is the number of items in the table enemies. So hashtag table name, that is the syntax, I guess. So over here we need to do like yikes. Okay, another loop, k comma v, just simplifying things in pairs, and the table name enemies. It's getting quite lengthy and I don't even know if I'm correctly doing correct right or not. So for that we will check later. So I guess we need to do something like uh, um, hmm, hmm, uh, table, and then uh, v no k is equals to, oh wait, it shouldn't be table name, that's enemies. We just ran into a problem by ourselves. uh, by the way, you can check uh, my last and my fourth last video from now, that is the step code beginners tutorials, I guess. Yeah, I guess you can see that it has 0 views for some reason. I guess you guys don't like it, but still I would say that step coder is an easy code engine for beginners and easy to learn. I guess you should go and check it before starting love. And I guess at first you should try for the Scratch, because it is made with Scratch and complex Scratch scripts. But over here we will make a new variable enemies or enemy speed. So that's the wrong spelling, obviously, because I make the spelling mistakes that will destroy my game for some reason. Self-destructs, self-destruction. Okay, enemy speed, by the way. So enemy speed is equals to 2. I don't know why 2, but 2 is a satisfying number. Can say exactly. Can say. So every time we move, I I want to know that uh, Anyway, update. Sticky keys. Why? Sure, we got sure. Sure. Okay. First enemy will despawn, then move. That's the thing I want. I don't know why, but still. But this command will not do any despawning of enemies. Just like it will do something like enemies cannot. Or I will change that later. Later. Let's for now. Let's go ahead and do something like that's okay. I guess after move I will do something like but okay, no problem. Enemy spawn every second. No, never. This should not happen. I guess so. Now we need to make a loop where on a selected we need to make something like a loop where on a selected stage we need to do something like spawn an enemy. So for 1 to 1000, haha, that's a good number. Just joking. Uh, if uh, uh, wait, hmm, okay, if hashtag enemies uh, greater than or let's like equals to 10 or greater than uh, hmm, or lesser than, okay, lesser than 10, then uh, enemy spawn. So if there will be more than 10 enemies or less than 10 enemies or 10 enemies on the screen, then they may spawn. uh, I guess we need to also check for that they don't spawn every time and then a group of enemies spawn together. That will be bad. So over here for uh, or let's like uh, if uh, and enemies hashtag enemies, so this will check for the last lot of the enemies. If it is less than at least 650, at least this should be the number, or let's go ahead for 600. Less than 600, only 10 it will do something. And over here I guess I made a mistake, it's minus, else enemy will go to the wrong direction and it will be almost impossible to lose. So this condition must also be true for enemies to spawn. So now the enemies will spawn on regular interval, and to make it even less frequent, let's go ahead and write if I for I equals 1 comma god it hangs. Okay, I equals 1 comma uh, mat dot random, then or I forgot a value for these. Let's go ahead and set it a value that is mm, so okay, I'm taking that risk to make it random. This might break the game, but I will still take the risk. And because it has a chance, and if it will never get to 3, I mean, never get to 4, so you have two chances, I guess. Let's just do it like 3 comma 4 only because it's meaningless. Yeah, yeah, that's meaningless. So let's enemy the spawn. Enemy spawn. So enemy will spawn now. And then get the spawn. Okay, just hoping the enemy will not despawn until the I don't know. I don't know. hmm I guess this is enough, and I will test it and fix some errors. I guess if any. Let's edit the video after the test. So I guess I made it. It's good and it's smooth. Just the enemies are all together, but I guess we will fix that in next video because I removed the code for which actually that was dependent at um, 600 ones in which the minimum position or locations, minimum distance. So I just destroyed that, and after a little bit of minor fixes, like two minor fixes, that is, I wrote for if instead of for, and I guess I said if, or actually for, but it's okay. The creation and despawning is okay. And another problem, when I leave, nothing happens to player. I changed the, you can see the, what I will say, the jump distance. It looks good, like Dino, but still, I will change the range uh, in next develop 4, and make player lose or something else and the distance. And we still haven't done anything about the title, that is untitled, and it doesn't seem a good name. So it's actually good. See, we can jump, jump, and jump. I don't know why, just jumping, but still. And yes, I've also made another mistake by writing ground minus actually plus thing. That was actually the error, the plus thing, because it would be downwards. I forgot that left says that this is the upscale is minus and the downscale is plus. So but now for now it's perfect. We will also focus on the generation of the thing, and I guess this is a too long video, so too long, so let's send it right here. Thanks for watching. That's it. You were currently viewing Attachment Studios.